Good morning, all of you. We are doing chapter political parties. Now, today we'll discuss about challenges to political parties. We have seen how crucial political parties are for the working of democracy. And political parties are the most visible face of democracy. So it's natural that people blame parties for whatever is wrong with the working of democracy. In our country also, popular dissatisfaction and criticism has focused on the working of political parties. Now we will discuss about challenges. The first challenge is lack of internal democracy. When we are talking about internal democracy, that means in political parties, concentration of power in one or few leaders of the parties. Parties do not keep membership records, do not hold organizational meetings, and do not conduct internal elections regularly. Even ordinary members of the party do not get sufficient information on what happens inside the political parties. They do not have the means or the connections needed to influence the decisions. And due to this, leaders assume greater power to make decisions in the name of the party. Since one or few leaders exercise paramount power in the party, so those who disagree with the leadership find it difficult to continue in the party. And due to this, loyalty towards party convert into personal loyalty to the leader becomes more important. Now, second challenge, dynastic succession, or we can say family domination. Since most political parties do not practice open and transparent procedures for their functioning, there are very few ways for an ordinary worker to rise up to the top in a party. Normally, top positions are always controlled by members of one family. And I think in India, we are having the best example, Congress party. This is unfair to other members of that party. And since people who do not have adequate experience, like Rahul Gandhi, or popular support, come to occupy positions of power, this tendency is present in some measure all over the world, including in some the older democracies. Now, third challenge is about the growing role of money and muscle power, especially during the elections. The parties tend to nominate those candidates who have or can raise lots of money, and sometimes parties support criminals also. So democracies all over the world are worried about the increasing role of rich people and big companies and criminals in the democratic politics. And fourth challenge, that is, very often parties do not seem to offer a meaningful choice to the voters. In recent years, there has been a decline in the ideological differences among parties in most part of the world. Like in England, the difference between the Labour Party and the Conservative Party is very little. They agree on more fundamental aspects, but differ only in details on how policies are to be framed and implemented. In our country too, The differences among all the major parties on the economic policies have reduced. Those who want really different policies have no option available to them. Sometimes people cannot even elect very different leaders either because the same set of leaders keep shifting from one party to another party. But we will not only discuss about the problems, challenges, but we want reforms also. Reforming the political parties. In this procedure, we will discuss into two aspects. One is that is the reforms already have been done, and the first reforms, that is anti-defection law. The constitution was amended. Elected MLAs or MPs from changing parties. This was done because many elected representatives were indulging in defection. So now, anti-defection law says that if any MP or MLA change parties, he or she will lose a seat in the legislature. But at the same time, this has made any decent those who are not agreed with the leaders. It is very difficult for him to move. Now, second reform is affidavit. The Supreme Court passed an order to reduce the influence of money and criminals. Now it is mandatory for every candidate who contests elections to file affidavit giving details of his property and criminal cases pending against him. This we have also done in ninth class also. Now, third reforms. The Election Commission passed an order making it necessary for political parties to hold their organizational elections and file their income tax returns. That means a law should be made to regulate the internal affairs of political parties. But if we will see, besides these reforms, many suggestions are often made to reform political parties. Now we will discuss about suggestions. A law should be made to regulate the internal affairs of political parties. It should be made compulsory for political parties to maintain a register of its members, to follow its own constitution, to have an independent authority to act as a judge in case of party disputes. Another suggestion, it should be made mandatory for political parties to give minimum number of tickets, about 1/3 of tickets to women candidates. Similarly, there should be a quota for women in decision-making bodies of the party. And the most important, to reduce the influence of money power. State funding of election is another way to reduce this. The government should give parties money to support their election expenses. This support could be given in kind, petrol, paper, telephone, etc., or could be given in cash on the basis of the votes secured by the party in the last elections. But these suggestions have not been accepted by political parties. If and when these are accepted, we can expect some improvements, but we must be very careful about legal solutions too. political problems. Over-regulation of political parties can be counterproductive. This would force all parties to find ways to cheat the laws. Besides, political parties will not agree to pass a law that they do not like. There are two other ways in which political parties can be reformed, and that is people can put pressure because democracy means people's rule. So this pressure can be put by people, citizens. This can be done through petitions, publicity, and agitations. Ordinary citizens, pressure groups, and movements. And the most important, that is media, can play an important role in this. If political parties feel that they would be lose public support by not taking up reforms, they would become more serious about reforms. That means political parties can improve if those who want this join political parties. The quality of democracy depends on the degree of public participation. It is difficult to reform political parties if ordinary citizens do not take part in it and simply criticize it from the outside. That means the problem of bad politics can be solved by more and better policies, and it can be played by only citizens.